I was sitting with a young man from Iran. I met him in Kos, and then I asked him, so you're a refugee, how does that feel? And he looked at me puzzled and he was like, what is a refugee?
Just walking from Alpine to Montenegro, then Kosovo, then to Serbia, then to Hungary. Actually, we used the boat, small boat from Turkey to Greek, and from Greek we take like a big ship to Athena.
Now the situation is different because the borders are closed.
In Austria, there is a lot of people who work in like smugglers.
They will be looking for people that can smuggle them. So you have this high alert situation at the same time mixed with people waiting.
My name is Fayz. I come from Syria, 28 years old. I have been in Sweden for almost 1.5 years. And now I'm studying in the language school, and I'm working a part-time job in McDonald's. And that's all, I think.
Kate McGovern, du er i forbindelse med et sådan større kunstfilmsprojekt netop vendt hjem efter 3 uger på blandt andet Lesbos. Du kom hjem natten til i går. Kan du prøve at beskrive, hvad var det, du oplevede?
I had this idea that I really wanted to show people on a broader scale what the single human being story was, but also personally I wanted to meet the people one-on-one. The story is a series of short films that show the person behind the category. We are a small group of people that go to the crisis areas, the borderlands of Europe right now. And there we meet the people that are coming in to Europe.
Just before the war started, I finished my work, and I finished my study also in 2012. And it was like I finished everything in 2012. A typical day in Syria, it's like much different from here. Maybe because I used to live there, I have a lot of like things to do, activities. I was participating in a lot of stuff, like a chess club. I was in the football team in my city. I was having a lot of friends around.
The people that I'm in contact with are also people that are strong. You know, they're educated, they are fluent in English. You could say, if you should choose the words from society, they're integrating well.
As a new coming to Sweden, it's a little bit different culture and different in everything almost. So it was a little bit like complicated to start understanding how they build their communities, how they build their relationships, how they act in the work, in the community. So it took me a little bit time to understand it, but it wasn't so hard. It was just about taking your time in the society to feel comfortable, to have relationships, because when you are new, you have no connection with anyone. But after a while, when we start like speaking with them and going out and start finding works and going to school, it changed, it get more comfortable.
We have a culture where the citizens are complaining about bad integration. They are either complaining about bad integration, blaming politicians, local politicians, or people are complaining, judging the person who is the stranger, the foreigner. The person who is the newcomer, could be a refugee, could be someone else, blaming them that they are not integrating well.
Sometimes put myself in the shoes of those people. For example, if I'm in Syria, like in the war of Iraq, we have over 1.5 million Iraqians come to Syria. I start just to imagine how I feel when someone new in my country. trying to take my job and trying to go to my schools, and they are a lot, and I will feel maybe the same. So you need just to understand the society and try to involve in this society in the right way. I think it would be the better way to stop or limit the rising of racism or any other bad movements.
We need to work hard together. Everyone needs to take a deep decision in their own life and act from that, not expecting that some parental figure from the outside will come and save us and have a happy ending. Like, if there will be some kind of valuable outcome from this, I really believe that it comes from everyone deciding to take responsibility in their own local communities, challenge themselves where they feel fear, go against it, go into the fear, go through it, experience what's on the other side of that fear, go back to your communities and tell them about your experiences in different areas where the refugees are right now.
For a job, it was like the hugest problem here, because you need a reference and you need an experience which you don't have it because you are new, not because you didn't do it before. So it takes a long time to start in the society, especially in working. But about studies, it's like easier. It depends how much you have education in your country, and you can continue here easier than finding a work. I was shocked about Sweden and Denmark, and also like the Scandinavian countries, because before I come here I have this idea about that here it's like no more religious, and we have suffered a lot of these. Almost all of my family not religious. We have only my mom, she's from a Muslim background. All of us like get rest of this stuff a long time ago, but when I moved to here, they understand that as well as I'm not a Muslim, so there is a possibility to make me as a Christian. And it's really weird because I didn't expect to find something like this in Scandinavian country, and I still feeling weird about it. I don't know why. First decided to move out of Syria. It was in the end of 2012. We were surrounded there by some Islamic forces and some groups from the rebels and a part of the Syrian army. So our village was in the middle of like a hot spot. We decided just like it's no hope there. We just moved to outside of the village, run away, and it took us like 3 months to reach the border. It was 35 kilometers, and then from the borders we stay in Turkey for around 4 months on the border. Take us like 1.5 years in Turkey to establish ourselves again, like put us together again, because we were separated. We like my brother was in the army and he ran away from another point, and me and my other 2 brothers and my mom, we ran away from another road. And my dad and sister, they take another way also. In Turkey it was very horrible. There is no paper, no one convinced us there as a refugee or as anything else. Like a lot of Syrians there die without any ID, so no one recognized them. So it was like very horrible. I didn't have a chance there even to continue my study or find a normal job. I was working in black there. So we start to think about like moving from there, because there was a lot of pressure over us. So me and my brother, it take us like 1 month to arrive to Europe. After us, my brother, it take him like 3 months. And then my sister and my brother, take them also like 2 months. And then my mom and dad in the end. They follow us after 6 months. Dreams, I have a lot. Like I'm thinking about continuing my life here. I'm thinking about working in the academical side after I finish my study. No fears, because I already have a lot of fears before. I don't think I'm gonna get more than that.
The moment they come, the people coming, they come as refugees, but they do not relate to that category. They relate to themselves as engineers, as dentists, as waiters, as daughters, as sons, as husbands. But the moment we meet them here, we relate to them as refugees.
I don't think any one of us choose what he is. Like, I didn't choose to be Syrian or Swedish or to come here or to go from. It was just something happened to me. When I judge someone, I will judge him by what he's doing.
While doing the project, I became conscious about that it's not only us who need to see them. Everyone has to see each other. These people are much more than just the name of a category.
Like improving the situation for refugees in Europe. I wouldn't like to improve it. I would like to stop it, like in a normal way. Like if we stop the war, it would be better. Like improving a situation for refugees, that means applying for more refugees. More refugees, that mean more problems and more tragedy. So I don't think about improving the situation of refugees in Europe. I'm thinking about like how to stop it in a normal way.